Pittsburgh's Action News 4 starts right now.
Good morning on this Saturday, June 28th. We have a lot to get to, but first we want to say good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Lily Coleman. You know Pittsburgh's Action weather meteorologist Jill Szwed. She's here with a look at your certified most accurate forecast on yet another impact day.
Yeah, it's a traditional summer day here once again. We're talking about steamy conditions that will lead to a few more storms into the afternoon. We kind of know the drill by now, right? As thunderstorms will fire up as early as 1 o'clock in some spots. Really the bulk of the activity waiting until 3, 4, even 5 p.m. across western PA. Still some gusty winds and heavy rain will be possible on this impact day. We have seen a few itty bitty showers try and pop up this morning. That's not the main event. In fact, activity is still back across Ohio, but will come marching in our direction here as we get your Saturday underway. Temperatures right now already on the move. It's almost 80 degrees as we check into Uniontown, 75 in Washington, also out of Pittsburgh International Clarion. You're running in the lower 30s at this point, 70s, excuse me. It's 77 over into Beaver. Looking out over action cam over downtown, you can see some of those clouds already starting to build in. Certainly a muggy start to the day, and we'll have that feeling stick around all day long. Breaking down the next 12 hours as we go into the afternoon, it will feel like the lower 90s, so really providing a great environment for these storms to thrive. They'll be moving through fairly quickly with everything starting to fade away as we approach about 7, 8 o'clock this evening. So again, very similar time frame as what we've been dealing with basically every day during this hot stretch here to close out the month of June. It's not just today that's an impact day, another one coming in on Monday. I'll help you plan ahead with the timing of that. Plus, we'll finally get a break from this humidity that's in your 4-day, plus 4 more coming up in a few minutes. And there's still a couple of really toasty days ahead as we get you set for the end of June. Temperatures this afternoon will help to fire up a few more thunderstorms. It is an impact day. I'll help you plan ahead for your weekend plans in your certified most accurate forecast.
So many events happening throughout the region. This is that time of year where it's just nonstop weekends. We've not been so lucky with weekends weather-wise.
Yeah.
This weekend, though, not a total washout.
Right, and again, like the past couple of days, we've seen storms kind of here, there, but not everywhere. That's going to be more the same here this afternoon. So if you are making plans to head out of the house, maybe you're going out to Idlewild and Soak Zone to see the world's largest rubber duck, or up to Butler for the Big Butler Fair. Open Streets Pittsburgh also going on this weekend, and also the Mets in town as they challenge the Buccos over at the North Shore. Again, today, probably the most unsettled day as we will see a few thunderstorms firing up into the afternoon. Not nearly as humid tomorrow, but still plenty warm. We're waiting on a cool front that is coming out of Ohio here this morning. That will prompt a few more of those thunderstorms to fire up into the afternoon. And again, very similar to the past couple of days, time frame looks to be after 2, 3 o'clock, with the bulk of the activity settling in around 5 p.m. this evening. Here's a breakdown of the next 12 hours. Feels like temperatures again cruising close to 90, but the heat wave is behind us, but still feeling plenty steamy across western PA as we get the weekend underway. A breakdown of the impacts from those storms into the afternoon. Again, everything starts to develop after 1 o'clock. That would be just a few showers, but then those storms start to get their act together as we go deeper into the second half of the day with a quick downpour, frequent lightning strikes, also some gusty winds. Biggest concern, though, would be for some of these storms as they continue to sit and pour some of that rain, that we could see some localized flash flooding. Overall, the threat not nearly as high as it's been over the past couple of days. We will take a break from the storms, some of that humidity tomorrow, but then we're right back at it on Monday, especially late into the afternoon and possibly even overnight. We will be tracking more thunderstorms before the pattern then ultimately changes by the middle of next week. Here's 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can see some of those very isolated showers settling in all north of Pittsburgh. Things start to become a little bit more active on Futurecast and will be on the radar as we go deeper into the afternoon. You can see a clustering of some of those thunderstorms in around Washington, through Allegheny, parts of Beaver, Butler, also Armstrong counties too. All those storms will continue to sag towards the south and east, but you'll notice they kind of lose their punch as we go into the evening hours. A lot of those ingredients starting to break down, and so storms will follow that as well. So then by about sunset, 8, 9 o'clock, everybody's going to be in the clear. We will see some areas of fog, though, forming towards daybreak on your Sunday, but rather quickly we'll melt those away, introduce more sunshine, and get a welcome break from some of those storms before another cold front will get here on Monday. That will prompt that impact day late in the day, getting out the door again. Won't be a problem, but it would be coming home from work, maybe some of those summer activities for the kiddos that we will be timing in. Better chances for rain, some thunderstorms that could be mixed in too. That will all exit into Tuesday morning. Then the rest of your 4-day plus 4 more forecast looks pretty good. It's going to feel a lot better as well as we're taking a break from the high heat and humidity. Instead of highs near 90, how about the low to even mid 80s? That's going to be a nice little change of pace for us, and we'll continue the nice weather straight through the Independence Day holiday weekend. Looks good for fireworks, cookouts, if you're going to be taking the boat out onto the water. Whatever those plans are, whatever you're thinking about right now, keep them at this point.
That is certainly some great news, especially after the last few weeks.
Yeah, we need a little break from all that intense heat. It's too early.
Too early. You're exactly right, my friend. Thank you for that update. 9:20 is our time. Now, speaking of the 4th of July holiday, are you getting ready for a party? Well, this morning we are running you through some fireworks safety tips as you get ready to celebrate the USA. Plus, the largest donation ever headed to the Pittsburgh Zoo. We'll tell you what $10 million is going to be used for there.
We're not sending the storms or the high humidity out of town quite just yet. Today is another impact day. A few storms firing up after about 2 o'clock here in western PA. The finale of all of this steamy, stormy summer weather will be rolling in late Monday. I'll help you plan ahead for some of your 4th of July plans. Another check of your 4-day plus 4 more forecast.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 starts right now.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with Pittsburgh's Action News 4 this morning. I'm Lily Coleman. First up, a check at how your weekend forecast is shaping up. Here's Pittsburgh's Action Weather Meteorologist Jill Swed with your certified most accurate forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, Lily. You'll have to stop me if you've heard this before this week. It's going to be sticky with an afternoon storm chance. Yep, basically the same weather over and over again. It does continue into this weekend. Today is an impact day. We'll see the bulk of the activity starting to fire up after about 2 o'clock here across western Pennsylvania, but it's not a weekend washout. In fact, tomorrow will be dry from start to finish and not nearly as humid. You can see a little bit of that haze in the sky as we overlook downtown Pittsburgh. Already 75 degrees out of Pittsburgh International. A few more clouds also starting to build in, and as we start to build some of those cloud cover, we are seeing a few showers trying to develop. One of those showers moving away from Greensburg, just crossing 119, even here at the station in Wilkinsburg. A few little sprinkles outside in our neck of the woods in eastern Allegheny County, but again, that's going to be short-lived. More showers and storms, though, setting up back across Ohio. They'll come marching in with the cold front as we go through the second part of the day. So breaking down today's impact day, the time to watch the sky will be after 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's when we could see a few showers along I-80, even 422, but the main batch is going to be rolling in between about 3 and 6 o'clock. Again, very similar time frame to what we've dealt with every single day this week. This is all going to be pushed by a cold front, so we're not expecting these storms to move very slowly. In fact, they should be moving along at a decent pace, so flash flooding is not going to be a huge concern. Tomorrow is a completely dry day. We are back to more stormy conditions late Monday. It's our next impact day, but things will be clearing up. Humidity levels will fall into the upcoming week. I'll show you those details in your 4-day plus 4 more in just a few minutes. Not exactly feeling as hot as a firecracker, but certainly sticky as we work through your Saturday with feels like temperatures close to 90 degrees. It is another impact day. I'll help you plan ahead for some afternoon storm chances and when we finally catch a break from all this heat and also the storms. That's in one more check of your certified most accurate forecast.
And from Pittsburgh's Action Sports to Pittsburgh's Action Weather, let's get you another check of your certified most accurate forecast.
And it's just more of the same, but today it's going to be a little sticky with those afternoon storm chances. I know, kind of we're stuck in that never-ending loop of the weather, it seems like, this week. But we will see things changing as we get into the early parts of July. But here's what you could expect on this impact day between about now and 2 o'clock. Basically rain-free. It's really humid outside. Feels like temperatures will be approaching the lower 90s. But as we head early to mid-afternoon, that's when a few of those thunderstorms will start showing up. A lot of the activity fizzles just as the sun sets, and it will only be patchy fog we'll have to deal with as you wake up on Sunday morning. In and around Murray.
Battle of the Birds gets underway at noon. Have a great start to the weekend, everyone. I'm Ashley Leotis, and that's Pittsburgh's Action Sports.
And from Pittsburgh's Action Sports to Pittsburgh's Action Weather, let's get you another check of your certified most accurate forecast.
And it's just more of the same, but today it's going to be a little sticky with those afternoon storm chances. I know, kind of we're stuck in that never-ending loop of the weather, it seems like, this week. But we will see things changing as we get into the early parts of July. But here's what you could expect on this impact day between about now and 2 o'clock. basically rain-free. It's really humid outside. Feels like temperatures will be approaching the lower 90s. But as we head early to mid-afternoon, that's when a few of those thunderstorms will start showing up. A lot of the activity fizzles just as the sun sets, and it will only be patchy fog we'll have to deal with as you wake up on Sunday morning. In and around Murraysville, working along 22, you're going to find a stray shower there. Similar story just north of Latrobe. That will bypass Derry and eventually probably fizzle out before it even makes it towards Blairsville as we're waking up this morning. Again, that's all into Westmoreland County. We'll all wait on this cold front, which is already producing showers, even some thunderstorms between Columbus and Cleveland. That marches in our direction as we go through the afternoon. Again, opening the window for that possibility of a few stronger thunderstorms. Nearing 80 degrees at this hour in Greensburg, also into Beaver. Meanwhile, it is 75 in Washington, also Pittsburgh International. Same story for Butler and Indiana. As we work through the early parts of the afternoon, obviously that sticky factor starts to build in. Feels like temperatures will be closing in on 90 degrees. You'll notice already some spots cooling just slightly up along I-80. That will come with those storm chances during the second part of the day. So it is an impact day. Overall, the coverage of any strong to even severe thunderstorms will be isolated in nature. So just like the past couple of afternoons, not everybody will get in on that action. Good news as well, with that front moving in, it's going to move these storms along. They're not going to be able to sit and pour rain over one location for a long time. So overall, our flooding risk is lower than the past couple of days, but certainly still some heavy rain coming out of those storm clouds with frequent lightning, gusty winds too. Everybody catches that break tomorrow. It's still going to be hot, just not nearly as humid before eventually an even stronger front will get here late Monday, and that will charge up the atmosphere for a few more thunderstorms. Let's walk you through today hour by hour. Here's 1 o'clock. Already a few of those showers trying to set up along 422 and I-80. The thunderstorm chance, though, starts to pick up later into the afternoon towards the early evening hours. Here's 5 o'clock with Futurecast featuring some of those storms in and around Washington, across Allegheny, parts of Westmoreland, Armstrong, even Butler and Beaver counties. As that activity continues to sink towards the south and east, we're losing daylight. A lot of those ingredients that would keep the storms around, so everything will fizzle and then eventually break down as you go through the overnight hours. Just that patchy fog that should last through about 9-10 o'clock, but then we're tracking a good amount of sunshine as you work into your Sunday. Over to your 4-day plus former forecast after that temporary break tomorrow. It's another impact day on Monday. A lot of the activity holding off until probably the evening commute, but that will still linger Monday night, even into Tuesday as well. Once the rain dries up, we are looking good into the early days of July, straight through the 4th of July weekend. Lower 80s, never been so nice to talk about. We're finally getting back into that typical summer weather here for western Pennsylvania. Skies will be dry too. Just a mix of sun and clouds, it looks like, for Independence Day on Friday. So it should be a nice backdrop for all the fireworks.
Listen, you and I both love a good Groundhog Day, not so much when it comes to the weather.
Not whenever it's this toasty.
A nice change of pace. Jill Szwed, thanks for that update. Coming up next, 6 days until the 4th of July, Pittsburgh's Action News 4 anchor Ryan Recker takes a look at a local business creating memorable moments in the sky and around the world when we come back. And some good news, hopefully the weather will cooperate for that fireworks show.
I would say everybody in western Pennsylvania loves a good fireworks display, not Mother Nature's fireworks display. It looks like we're going to get another round of that later on this afternoon. It is an impact day. Keep an eye on the sky, especially if you're going to be outdoors. Between about 2 and let's say 7 o'clock this evening, we'll see some scattered activity. No storms tomorrow. Then we'll see another batch firing up late in the day on Monday. As we fast forward towards the 4th of July, it's not going to be nearly as hot, a little less humid, which is a mix of sunshine and clouds. The holiday weekend forecast looks great at this point, but of course we'll continue to monitor that as we get closer to fireworks time.
Great news all around.
Yes.
Jill Szwed, thank you, and thank you all for joining us. That's going to do it for Pittsburgh's Action News 4 this morning. Stay connected all day long on our WTAE mobile app. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day.